If you are a fan of softball, then you are going to love the Fastpitch TV show. We're bringing you more interviews, more videos, and more product reviews than anyone else on the planet. Sit back and get ready. Here's the Fastpitch TV show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Fastpitch TV show. Now, if you found our show on Facebook, YouTube, or another video sharing site, please check out our website, fastpitch.tv. It's the place to find all of our past episodes and a place to keep up with our future episodes too. And I'd like to thank our sponsor, Softball Junk. Now, please show some support and visit their website at softballjunk.com. Now, I've been bringing you clinics from Softball Con, and it was a great softball conference. You need to go to softballcon.net to find out more information about the conference and to keep up with next year's conference. Now, this week I'm bringing the second part of a clinic put on by India Chiles. India is well known nationally for her speed and as a left-handed slapping specialist. Now, if you did not see part one, you may want to go back and catch episode 158 before you watch this one, okay? Now, let's go to her clinic about slapping right after a word from our sponsor.
Do you need a softball bat? Do you want to save $30? SoftballJunk.com is offering an additional $30 discount off the price of all non-sale softball bats on their website. That's right, $30. So the next time you buy a bat, go to SoftballJunk.com and enter the code FPTV30 during checkout. And wham! You just put a cool $30 in your pocket.
So let's see. Footwork. So we got our small back step, crossover step in towards the plate, angle towards our shortstop. You have to make sure that your knee is bent. I didn't even hit on that at all. Keep in that athletic stance. You should never be barred out. And I think Jenny hit on that a little bit yesterday with hitters. When you bar this leg out, you're adjusting your vision line, your contact point, messing with your height. So here I am, athletic stance, knees bent. Back step, I'm keeping that height, knees are still bent, ball of my feet. Crossover step, still on the ball of my feet, knees slightly bent, okay? Contact on this foot. If you're gonna be a little off, let this foot land before you hit the ball. This is off balance, to swing and then let your foot land. So if we're gonna be contact, land this foot, hit the ball, land your third foot still on your straight line, straight towards the pitcher. A lot of slappers are so anxious to get to first base. Well, if you don't handle business here, you're never gonna get there, okay? So we gotta make sure everything stays on our linear line. Staying straight, land this third foot on your straight line. Okay, you've handled business now. You can go ahead and pivot and start to explode towards first base. In practice, if we're not timing our kids, then we probably shouldn't let them even practice gearing out towards first base. In practice, they should just go in a straight line towards their pitcher all day. We're never going to forget where first base is. Helps them to stay closed at contact and not get used to pulling out too soon where we're losing our plate coverage. Any questions about footwork before I move on? I feel like I'm talking really fast, but you have to let me know if any of that didn't make sense.
Your short step that you took, your first short step, you don't angle that foot out then? You just take
like
it
this?
straight back? Yeah, I mean, no. When you take it back, if you angle it towards shortstop at that time, you just do it on the second step?
No, I do it on the second step.
Okay.
I don't see any harm in angling here. I just don't do it that way.
You take a drop right there.
Like this?
Yeah.
I don't see any harm in that.
Okay.
I just really teach down and over, down and over, down and over. So, I mean, I just keep my front foot closed.
That's more of a balance point.
Right, yeah. The biggest thing, though, is keeping your kids in an athletic stance, keeping them in this power position all the way throughout. Because a lot of times, one, we drag this foot all the way back to our other foot. So we're moving really fast in place. You're not going anywhere. Secondly, when we cross over, we like to get really tall and bar this front leg out. Well, you lost your power position there, and a lot of times we're going to try to generate all our power from our hands when we bar this front leg out and end up spinning out. So that's the big thing. Third foot, land on your straight line. And we should be. Do you all want to see a few swings with that? Try to go up the middle so I don't hit you all.
Everybody will appreciate that.
To help your hitters stay inside the ball, which is a lot more important when we're slapping than when we're, well, it's a necessary, I'll say, when we're slapping. It's important when you're hitting away also, is always set our balls so you have inside seams and outside seams here. So if we were hitting this way, inside seams, outside seams, so we've got inside and outside. Then as a goal, when you're hitting, always try to hit my inside seams. If I miss, I'll catch it square in the back, but I should never touch my outside seams and wrap around the pitch. So that just gives me a contact, or a focus point for contact. Also, this is something I 100% made up in my own brain, is whenever it seems that we miss contact with the pitch, we always miss down on the ball. We hardly ever swing and miss over the pitch. So I was always taught, aim for the middle. Well, if I miss, I'm going to hit the bottom. So as my contact point, I've got my inside seams, and then I try to aim for like the middle top portion of the pitch to make contact here. So then if I miss, I catch it square in the middle. Either one of those you can still get a good result from. So when your kids are hitting off your tee, we talked about contact points quite a bit yesterday. That is, again, extremely important. You have to always give your slappers a target when they're going through their hitting drills. So whether it be a cone or a bucket, whatever, they should always go for a target. So make sure they're standing in the right position to reach their target so they don't start messing up their mechanics. Okay, so from this ready position, with the high hands, and I just go above my ear. That just increases my chance of staying on top of the pitch, not popping up. And I'm really bad for going for this pitch here. So if I can't lay off of it, then I gotta learn how to handle it. So I just kind of teach all my kids to have high hands from the start. So I'm gonna take my back step here and then cross over. Now my pitch is still out in front of my body. There's some people that teach to hit the ball, they say out of your pocket here, straight across. Well, you're gonna go foul quite a bit there, and it's also kind of a hard contact point to adjust. We said we like to keep a lot of things similar from transitioning from a hitter to a slapper. When we swing away, our contact point is out in front of our body. So our eyes are kind of conditioned and trained to have a focus point out in front. Well, this is a drastic difference to go here. So back step, crossover. My contact point is still out in front. I can still get that pitch where I want it to go with a bat angle. So my hands are going out in front of my body. Break my wrist to contact, just keeping a bat angle here. Just like when you swing away, your arms are really bent at contact so you can extend through the pitch. Same exact thing. So we just got a little more of a bat angle here. You got to make sure when you're teaching inside half, though, that your players aren't over-exaggerating that and wrapping their hands around their body. Everything has to stay on that straight plane, straight towards your pitcher there. Inside seams. Then we'll get left side. I really don't want to hit your camera.
Well, I don't want you to hit
Christmas
my
was a
camera.
little rough this year. I don't know that I could.
You might miss the camera and hit me. I'm more worried about that. There you go.
All right. So I'll just show you a few soft slaps. I'll barely touch the ball, but I'll try to show you what my hands are doing and my feet are doing. There's my back step. And obviously we keep progressing forward, but for the sake of space, I'll stop there. A couple more. And then the big thing also is with your contact point, you've got to keep your bat somewhat in that flat plane like we showed with Breon. You break your wrist down. Well, yeah, we've got hands above, but we're increasing our chance to pop up here because our bat's below. So converting a right-handed hitter to a left-handed hitter, on the right side, we've learned this is our dominant hand, our top hand. Well, when you switch, you're trying to control everything with this bottom hand. And a lot of times, this is what the result we're going to get. Jenny hit on a few drills yesterday, and you don't want to live on them. They've just got to learn to control the bat with their top hand, which was just kind of the guide hand on the right side. So I'm kind of a big proponent of the cheaper drills, which is kind of funny. But at Ballard, we've got a lot of expensive stuff there, right? That I don't use. But it's not very realistic when, it's an expensive sport. I can't go tell every kid to buy this and that off the market. But so easy drill, just the one-hand drills. The thing there is you got to start with the bat light, somewhere choked up pretty good. Going through your bat path really slow to contact, starting really slow, just working up the middle with it. Over time, as that gets too easy and you get even stronger, you can work down on the bat. But you've got to, it's not so much top hand as it is top wrist, breaking down your wrist. So strong wrist, broken down wrist. You got to keep that wrist firm to keep your bat angle at contact. Another thing that we kind of did at school, this is a college drill, is in the weight room, if your kids have just a barbell, something that's heavy, well, usually we're used to holding the weights in the middle, right? The barbell. It is a barbell, right? The little weight?
Dumbbell.
Dumbbell, okay. The dumbbell, we're used to holding in the middle. Well, if you make it top heavy, slide your hand down on that dumbbell, then you can kind of do the same thing there. Just going in your swing path. I mean, everyone has access to dumbbells. Same idea, don't hold it in the middle, hold it towards the end, then you have a weight there, which would be equivalent to using the baseball bat, which is top heavy, or adding weights to your bat. Something that will make it top heavy. There. Let's see. So that's our footwork.
I hope you enjoyed today's show. As I said, this was the second part of India's clinic, and there's going to be 4 parts in all. So tune in next week for part 3. Now, if you have an iPhone, iPad, or an Android phone, you need to go to Fastpitch TV shows and get their app. Go to your phone's app store, search softball to find it, and get the app. Don't forget to check out our website, like I said earlier, at fastpitch.tv. Become a fan of the show on Facebook at facebook.com/fastpitchtv, and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/pitchfastpitchtv. That's it for today's show. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
This show is a member of the Fastpitch TV network.